Welcome back, and it's time to look into your financial portfolios and have our viewer queries answered. And today for that I have with me Hemant Sikki, Vice Invest Private Limited. Hemant, thank you so much for joining in. And quickly, let's go on to our viewer query, Paritosha's question. And Paritosha says that he's invested 37,000 in Tata Digital Fund and he's running in losses. And it's come down to 33,000. He wants to understand if he can switch into some other fund of the same category or maybe an overall allocation to a different category per se.
But I think there are two important aspects that you need to really see. One is what is the quantum of this investment vis-a-vis the overall portfolio size. Second, whether this investment is being made still through SIP or maybe it was done actually as a lump sum. And the third important aspect is how much time he still has for this investment. I'm saying for the remaining time horizon. So there are three important aspects to be seen. But if I were to look at independently, my view always is for a retail investor, investing in sector fund is not a great idea because IT is a sector which has been under pressure and is likely to remain under pressure. Second is that if you look at any diversified portfolio, if you really analyze that, you will find a healthy exposure to IT in those funds. So if there are already existing funds in your portfolio, maybe you already have around 10% exposure to IT sector. So clearly, my recommendation would be to exit from there and go into a well-diversified fund, maybe in a large or mid-cap category or in a multi-cap category. I think that will be a better decision because it will be easier for him to monitor that and not face this situation where your investment is basically in a sector fund which has a very, very narrow investment universe.
Right. Hemant, quickly we'll go to the next question. I just have 30 seconds. You have Rahul's portfolio on you. What are the changes that you would want him to do? Because 2 crores is the corpus that he wants to accumulate in 15 years.
Well, I think he will achieve his target if he continues this investment for the next 15 years. There are 2 mid-cap funds, there are 2 small-cap funds. So my recommendation would be to actually exit from one mid-cap fund, which is PGM mid-cap fund, and maybe one small-cap fund, which is Nippon India small-cap fund. Instead, add one large and mid-cap category, which is HDFC large and mid-cap, and add one multi-cap fund, which is Nippon India multi-cap. I think that will give more flexibility and will be better for his portfolio in the long run.
All right. Thank you so much, Hemant, for being on the show. This was a very short session, but then that's all we have in terms of viewer queries for today. Thank you so much for being on the show and taking time out. Thank you. All right, on that note, it's a wrap on The Money Show, but I'm going to leave you with our WhatsApp number and email ID where we are waiting for your questions. We do your life financial planning on the show with our experts. The WhatsApp number is 865-797-4571. The email ID is themoneyshow@etnow.tv. See you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.